go further. Go to givelincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
(1776). That's nothing. America's still just learning how to party. The Irish? The Irish have been doing it for thousands of years. Party the Irish way at McKinney's Irish Pub in the Haymarket. They've got your favorite Irish beers on tap, along with all the locals and domestics. Plus great house cocktails, a huge selection of Irish whiskey, and the best Irish pub food in town. See the full menu and list of specials online at mckinneyspub.com, or just head down there. McKinney's Irish Pub at 7th and P in the Haymarket. Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street, or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carry out, or schedule a catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that, options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more, or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
Spring is here and it's time to get those seeds in the ground. There's no time for delays if your equipment needs a new part. That's why Acres stocks thousands of premium John Deere parts for all your ag machines, planters, sprayers, and tractors. Acres has what you need now. And with a team of John Deere certified technicians, Acres will diagnose and repair your equipment quickly. Visit acres.com to find your closest location. Our team of parts and service professionals are dedicated to keeping you operating at full capacity. Acres, solutions for every field.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club, or space club, and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Welcome in to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Look at here, man. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Ricky C. Simmons, 93.7 The Ticket. It's called the Get Your Happy On Hour. Again, I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your busy day to be a part of my show, and it means a lot because I got a real special guest. But before we get to my guest, I got to be real honest with y'all. I got something on my mind, and I want to share it before we get started. The power of positivity. A lot of people don't think it makes a lot of sense. I actually disagree. Being positive, no, it doesn't pay no bills. No, it doesn't make problems disappear. Being positive helps you deal with whatever you need to deal with in a productive way. I used to have a really, really serious problem with doing that. And I've worked really hard over the last 14 years of trying to fix that. And I'm still working on it. Nowhere near perfect, never want to give that impression. but I think the power of positive thinking is very important. And when I say power of positive thinking, I got a special guest. And I got to tell y'all something about him before I even bring him on. When I asked him to be on this show, we were at a function in Omaha, I think the Jet Award. And he said, yeah, Ricky, man, I can do that. But y'all, what he didn't tell me was, see, I did the thing we should never do. I assumed. I thought he lived in Omaha because I know he's originally from there. But this dude lived in Portland, Oregon, y'all. And he got residence in California. And he's like everywhere. So he called me like Thursday. He goes, I'm going to be there, man. I'm like, well, okay, man, just, show up about 1:45. And I said, so where are you? Oh, I'm in Portland. I'm like, wait a minute. But no, I really, really want to say welcome to the show. And he goes by the name of Pee Wee, but I'm going to say Les Pee Wee Harrison. Welcome to the show, young man.
Well, it's a pleasure being here, but we know that is not exactly how I recall it.
Okay.
I recall you texted me and I said, are you worried? You said, yeah, I just had somebody cancel on me and I don't want you to cancel on me. And then you called me the next week. Then you said, hey man, you gonna show up? And then so it didn't quite go the way that, but
yeah, I was trying to make it sound good. Man.
Yeah,
I was trying to make it sound good.
I appreciate that.
But no, I really am. I just want to say thank you because I really didn't know you lived in Portland. I didn't know that. So that kind of caught me off guard. But you know what, man? You got a lot of going on. Man, you got so many things going on. We're just going to start from the beginning. Let's say, tell everybody where you grew up.
I grew up in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm the second oldest out of 11 kids. We were all into basketball for the most part. And I think we were inducted in Nebraska Sports Hall of Fame as a family. We scored more points, more fouls, more attempted shots, more turnovers. So we were fortunate to get that award from the state of Nebraska a couple of years ago. So I originally grew up in North Omaha.
North Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what high school did you go to?
Well, there's some discrepancy about that, and I usually avoid it on air. But I originally started out at Creighton Prep. So actually, my brother Richard Harrison was already there, and then myself, Kirk, and Carrie Trotter came in. So we were the freshman class at Creighton Prep. So my brother Richard, Kirk, and Carrie were able to handle that academic load, and there was some academic discrepancies with me, and so by the sophomore year I had to leave prep and I ended up going to Central High School, and that's where Purnell, Larry Station, Albert Brown, we were all that same class.
Okay.
So I was fortunate to be at prep with a great class of athletes, and then I was fortunate to go to Central and be with a great class of athletes, even though I wasn't great in either one of those classes.
Well, wait a minute. We're going to get to that because, see, I'm going to challenge that.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to challenge that. So after high school, then what happened?
After high school, I ended up going to a school called Langston University.
In Oklahoma?
In Oklahoma.
Yeah, I know where Langston is.
And I was down there, and that was the first time. I grew up around Spencer Projects back when we were kids. They used to call them Vietnam, Korea. That's what they called the housing project. And so when I got down to Langston, man, I'd never been where I just saw 100% Black everything.
Right.
Black custodians.
Yeah.
And it was a culture shock to me. And I had broke my hand during that time period. And the coach wasn't willing to let me try out because the coach that I originally went there had got fired. So the new coach. So from there, I bounced back to Iowa Western. Had a good friend by the name of Alex Murphy who played at Papillion. Okay. He just came and got me, grabbed my bags, took me to the car, put me in the car, and we went down to Clarinda, Iowa. And that year, I think we were third in the nation.
Wow. So you had quite a bit of success there.
Yes.
Good. Now, I'm kind of jumping around here, but I got to ask. After that, somehow you went from college to playing what? Where did you play?
Well, what happened originally after college, the chaplain at our school was good friends with a guy by the name of John Volk, who was the general manager for the Boston Celtics.
Okay.
So he had got me a tryout with the Boston Celtics.
Okay.
I wasn't drafted or anything like that. It was just a courtesy tryout because in college, I was one of the nation leaders in steals and assists.
Okay.
I was a bad man. I can show you the article.
Oh, already know. I mean, when you were saying you wasn't one of the top in high school, I look right past that.
Well, let's say this. I would say that my teammate Albert Brown and I were the top two guards when it came to steals and assists.
Okay.
So we were second to nobody in that.
Okay.
But so I got a tryout with the Celtics and everything was going fine. Then I got a call. My roommate knocked on the door and said, Len Bias died.
Oh, wow. I remember that.
And when Len Bias died, all the scrubs that were at the bottom of that list, we were pushed to the side. So anyway, I was in camp with Jack Ramsey, who was the Portland Trailblazer camp at the time. And there was a guy there by the name of Steve Flynn who was playing with Middle Rock Lemon. Mm-hmm. And I was just, you know how it is. After you get out, man, you just be trying to get into your groove.
Right.
So I got a tryout with a team called the Shooting Stars. And Middle Ark had just left the Globetrotters several years before. And he had a team called the Bucketeers and the Shooting Stars. But on that team was Curly Neal, Gator Rivers, Middle Ark Lemon, Pistol Pete Maravich. Will Chamberlain was there the year before I came, but I didn't play with there. And Gator Rivers just died last week. Rest in peace. Shake Durham, Ernest Ogburn, Cliff Pruitt from UCLA. So it's just a star-studded team.
So you wound up becoming a Harlem Globetrotter?
No, it was the team walked out.
Okay.
So when they walked out, they had to play under a different name. They couldn't. So our tickets would say Globetrotters, the marquee would say Globetrotters, but we really wasn't Globetrotters. But they were basing that on Middle Ark, Curly, Gator Rivers. Okay. You know, it's almost like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman switching from the Bulls and going to
a different team.
Team. Everybody always recognized them with the most famous team that they were on.
Oh, okay. Now after this, did you eventually become?
So what we did was it was quite the mess. There was this thing going on with FUBU. It was just a mess because we were drawing big crowds. We were the team. Mm-hmm. We were this, but then the other organizations, I won't mention their names.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
I understand.
They were having contracts with arenas that no comedy team could come 6 months before them or 6 months after them. So they start, and then they didn't stop. They didn't stop billing the stars on our team because people wanted to come out and see Middle Ark, Curly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it was. I was in that temptation going from Motown to Atlantic Records back to I was in that span.
So you actually got to play with Curly and them?
Oh yeah. I played longer with Middle Ark longer than any other guy.
Wow.
Curly played 11 years. I think Marcus got 4 or 5 years, but I played with Middle Ark from 86 to like 2013, somewhere around.
Wow, because man, I mean, that's quite a feat for a person that started off in high school that wasn't all that good. Wasn't all that good in high school, but you made it to that level. So, and you was able to sustain that for quite a while. So that's very impressive. My next question for you is so after you got done with the ball, then what did you do?
Never got done with it.
Still doing it.
Still doing it.
Wow.
I realized that it was a tool.
Gotcha.
And I realized that basketball could turn its back. If the NBA can ask Michael Jordan to retire, what you think they're going to ask a scrub like me to do?
I got you. That's what you're saying.
So I learned how to use it as a tool. And like I mentioned before, when I first got on as a rookie, I was one of the original ambassadors under the Just Say No program with Nancy Reagan, where we would go into schools and talk to kids about substance abuse and staying away from drugs. It wasn't a mature program at that time. The saying was good, but we didn't have mature content.
Right,
and so I fumbled and bumbled through that and ended up becoming pretty good at speaking.
Well, okay, so I know you're still utilizing the basketball angle, but but I guess where I'm going next is, so after the Nancy Reagan thing, what happened?
Well, so if you look at it, I just stopped really playing about 8 years ago.
Okay.
So what I did, I was able to develop a program called the Applause Program, and that's my character education program where I go on and put assemblies on as middle schools, high schools, and elementary schools. And the purpose of the Applause Program is to teach kids how to applaud themselves. See, we always waiting up in the stands for people to applaud good moves that we do.
Right.
But my character education program, it teaches kids how to applaud themselves. So
Gotcha.
I have that, and then I have a book out called The Perfect Assist, and I have a company called The Perfect Assist. And The Perfect Assist originally was a book that was dedicated to my mentors or people who gave me an assist off the court to help me stay on the court.
Gotcha.
See, a lot of people don't know the difference between a pass and an assist. Do you know?
No,
you're a football player.
Well,
you're a wide receiver.
Yeah, well, I just blocked. that was my assist.
Oh, okay.
Blocking for Rozier.
Okay. so the difference between a pass and an assist, and this is how I govern my life, and I like what you said with the opening. The difference between a pass and an assist, if you pass the ball to somebody, it's just a pass. But if you pass the ball to someone and they score, that means they have success.
Right.
Then that's considered an assist.
Okay.
But I realized in order for me to have success, someone had to have success before me. Gotcha. If they didn't make the shot, I couldn't get the assist.
Right. I got you.
Life is about, with me, with the Perfect Assist, my company, is putting people in places to score in life, to have success.
Right.
And even with your kids. And even everything that you do, how can you place those salt blocks in place for people to have success?
That makes a lot of sense. Actually.
I got a good trivia question for you.
Well, I probably don't know the answer.
You don't, because I made it up. You ever heard the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink?
I've heard that before.
Have you heard that before?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe in it?
Having never attempted to lead a horse to water, I can't say I believe it or not.
No, but what do you think? Meaning that you can't change
the gist
people.
makes sense.
Okay, what about you?
I think
now you got this Nebraska University education on the line.
Yeah, I know.
So you got to.
That N stands for knowledge.
Also taking shots. Okay.
Hey, I graduated from there too, right?
Hey, but no, what I'm saying is, I do believe in the concept.
You do?
Yeah, I believe that you can lead a horse to the water. I don't think you can make him drink.
Now I'm gonna tell you this, and you'll never say that ever again.
Okay.
Well, you know what? You're a country boy.
Yeah.
You know, coming up in Texas, 30 miles east of Dallas?
Yeah, but well, hold on before you go there. Let me say this: I'm a country boy at heart, but I don't do country boy things.
Well, you were born in the country.
I know, but I don't hunt or fish.
But during your time, people hunt.
Yeah, they hunt and fish. See, I hunt and fish at Walmart and Hy-Vee.
No, there wasn't no Walmart when you was a kid. There was no Walmart, and there was no Hy-Vee in Greenville, Texas. There was no Hy-Vee in Greenville, and you didn't have your driver's license. Yeah, so you wasn't driving to Dallas.
We did have
or what?
We had a Brookshire's.
Nobody knows that story.
We had a Piggly Wiggly.
Okay. Now you're talking. So when I was down in Mississippi, me and my brothers, we would go down in the summertime. You know how they do it. You go down to the south in the summertime. So this particular summer, my grandfather was putting hay out in a field, alfalfa, and then we saw this little white thing in the cows, and the horses were licking it. So me and my brothers, you know what we did?
Yeah, no, tell me you didn't go lick it.
We would have licked it.
Oh man!
And when we licked it, we said, "Oh, that's salt. It was salt." So then I asked our grandpa, "Hey, Grandpa, what is that?" He said, "It's a salt block." I said, "Well, what is it for?" He said, "It works on the digestion of the horses or the animals." And I said, "How do they know to do that?" He said, "You have to know the nature of a horse or the nature of an animal." Right. So I took that concept and I said, "Hey, look, If I'm leading a horse to water and I put a salt block every 10 feet, when the horse gets to the water, it has no choice but to do what?
Drink.
So it's about strategic planning. That's what we
Gotcha.
do in life with kids and everything. If you put the right salt block, if you know the nature of who you're dealing with, that's why relationships are so valuable and important. If you know what the salt block is, all you got to do is be strategic and put that salt block. And whatever you want your kid or your employees to do, when they get down there, they have nothing to drink.
I never looked at it from that perspective.
Because I made it up. You wouldn't have known it. How would you know it?
Well, you made it into a business, so.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I guess there is something to it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I learned something today, man. But I'm good. I love learning stuff. So thank you very much for that.
Afwan. That's in Arabic.
What does that mean?
Afwan means you're welcome.
Oh, okay.
Shukran is thank you.
How many languages do you speak? 3 languages? 4 languages?
I speak enough of each one of them to get by.
I got you.
So Arabic, Spanish, English, and Tagalog.
I can't speak nothing but English, and I make sure I work hard on just that.
We just got to get the right salt blocks for you.
Yeah, well, you know what? I might be borrowing that term from you.
You can borrow it.
Okay.
Let's get ready to rumble. 3P. They all get paid on that. You're my witness. This is live. So I got to get some money back whenever he says that.
Oh man. I can't even argue with you. You earned that.
Yeah.
And I respect it.
I got some more too.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna keep tally.
Okay. Well, that's all good. So I know that's one business that you do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I got pamphlets saying that you do more than just that.
Oh yeah, man. I was so fortunate. I was able to get with some of my early adulthood mentors, Ray Leary and Greg Brown, and they came up with this program called the I Am Academy. So
now, what is that exactly?
The I Am Academy. Well, where we are today is that we hire kids to invest in themselves.
Huh.
So what we do is we hire kids to go to high school. See, if we hire kids to go to high school, but now remember, we're a career youth development program. Okay. So if you want to be, we have a radio station that kids that are aspiring to be on-air personalities.
Okay.
So we set them up where they get paid to learn that. That's their job during the school year. We have kids that are in automotive. We have kids that are in shoe design where they will actually design a shoe.
Huh.
They will actually design a shoe with their name on it. Then we have personal training. So what we do, what my job is to do is to go out and find, so we work with iHeartRadio.
Oh, okay.
iHeartRadio is the one that's helping us with our mentorship program.
Okay.
So what we feel very confident about, we can increase the attendance and graduation rate because the kids, number one, are getting paid to go to school.
Okay.
But they're getting paid to do the job that they want to do. And we always say, Mr. Larry always says, hey, look, you could get hired, but you could drop that H and put an F on there and you could get fired.
Correct.
So we condition these young people to be business people.
Mm-hmm.
They have to take a financial literacy. We get them a bank account and all their money goes into their bank account. They have to learn how to read their statements. And now they're in a position to go, I want to get a pair of Jordans for my birthday. Man, how can I save up? And then they can look at their GPA and go, man, I got to get my GPA up. But guess what? I can make money if I show up every day. You know,
okay.
So it's a pretty unique thing. And we hope that it will transcend around the world.
Okay. Well, hey, look, we're going to take a quick break. Don't y'all go nowhere, man. I got some more questions and this guy's got a lot of information. Stay tuned. 93.7 The Ticket is to get you happy on hour. We'll be right back.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
NASCAR is known for fast cars, roaring action, and big bucks. The Nebraska Lottery's NASCAR Powerball Playoff promotion features all three, especially the bucks. Until May 30th, buy a Powerball ticket with Power Play or Double Play, enter the voucher number, and you could be one of 15 winners of $1,000 and the chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Weekend. Enter today. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
This Mother's Day, prepare an incredible meal for her without all the dishes with the Venue Mother's Day to-go meals. Prepared fresh in-house by our chefs, these meals are ready to heat and eat with packages for 2 to 4 people or 6 to 8. And your choice of juicy beef tenderloin, herb roasted chicken, pork tenderloin, or our famous 6-pepper crusted prime rib. All meal packages come with sides, and we have many add-ons available to complete your feast. Order today at venuedelivered.com/Mother's Day. That's venuedelivered.com/Mother's Day.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in May. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe. Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior. Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
This is former Husker and NFL veteran Jay Foreman. Some kids worry about making the team. Others worry about where they'll sleep at night. In Lincoln, over 3,000 kids are at risk of homelessness. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln kids. And on Give the Lincoln Day on Wednesday, May 24th, your gift goes even further. Go to givelincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
What? Man, we back. Hey, before we continue this interview, I got to give a special shout out to my boy Marcus Dupree. I didn't know you knew Marcus Dupree,
Yeah.
man. I had him on last week. He's like, man, I know Pete Wee. We go way back. So I was like, wow, what a small world.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Marcus Dupree. He just got inducted, or he's getting inducted to the High School Hall of Fame this year when they do the professional Hall of Fame and the Hall of Fame game in Canton. So big shout out to Marcus Dupree. Hey man, you had me FaceTime one of your buddies. He said you used to do them real bad.
Oh, no. Tony,
yeah.
Tony D. George Fox Bruin.
Hey, Tony D, look, man. Hey, I'm gonna apologize for his doing y'all wrong, man. I mean, he was wrong for that, Tony. So
I don't remember it that way.
We're getting to weather. We'll have to pause back in a sec.
Okay. Okay, we're back. You know, I before we had that report, I was asking you about Tony D.
Tony D.
Yeah, and I was telling you I'm apologizing to Tony D for you because he said you was taking advantage of him with some of you brought some ballers with you and y'all was doing him kind of bad.
No, those are alumni, and believe me, Tony is just being kind because I wasn't the one making a difference in any of those games. But Tony has to bear the shield with me in Oregon because I tell you what, they hate Nebraska in Oregon.
What? What do we do to them?
Well, I'm friends with Joey Harrington, and it was the last time I was here. I talked to Crouch, and I text, and Crouch said, "Hey, tell Joey to send me some wine and stuff." And then Joey texted me back, said, "Tell him to give me my Heisman back." Yeah. So Tony D, he's up there. He's working with Nike. You know, they're from here. You know,
oh, that's right. That's what he said. His mother and father were both from here. They end up living in Norfolk, I believe.
Yeah, he was born in Norfolk.
Gotcha.
But you got to give a shout out for a good Husker. Shout out to him and his dad.
Hey, go Big Red. I don't care what Harrington's talking about. Go Big Red.
And this is the year for the Big Red, right?
Oh, we finna turn things around, man. We've been down long enough. Yeah, we've been down long enough. Hey, you know, I was going to ask you this too. You said you live in Oregon, and you also have a place.
Well, you know, I travel so much.
Okay.
That, you know, that I have to keep cars and clothes in other places because if I didn't, like right now, this is what I got on because I keep clothes here. And I keep them in different areas.
So now, when you're traveling like this, I mean, dude, is this a way of life for you?
Yeah, and I was having a conversation with a friend of mine on the way down here. This is all I've known since I was 18.
Just traveling.
I've been to every state and almost every city in the United States.
Wow.
I've been to 5 continents. You know, there's not too many places I haven't been. I drove. There was a couple years ago. I did a Drive for Responsibility, where I drove to every state capital and made a presentation to every governor about the importance of responsibility.
Okay.
It was inspired by Dr. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor.
Okay.
And so they were erecting a 304-foot statue on the West Coast that was representation of responsibility for each other, because under the Statue of Liberty, it wasn't liberty for all.
Oh.
So this one is going to be erected on the West Coast here.
So now, I know you move around a lot, but you say you come back to Nebraska at least what?
3 times a month.
3 times a month. Man, you got some frequent flower miles.
I got to cut the grass, man.
Okay.
Shovel the snow.
Okay. So I thought maybe when you went out there, you kind of left that behind. But...
No, man. I tell you what, I did a show the other night, and I really enjoyed my childhood and my Nebraska folks,
Okay.
And as well as I know, there's some that say hooray for you.
Oh, absolutely.
And there's some that say boo for you.
Yeah.
And it was a tough lesson learning that,
Mm-hmm.
Everybody make assumptions.
Oh, yeah.
And
right.
So when you talked about that positivity thing, that's so vital, because you know what, playing at the level that you played at and doing the things that I do, man, when they used to say you had to have thick skin.
Yeah.
They wasn't lying.
Yeah. Oh, that's real talk.
Wasn't lying.
And even after you quit playing, you still got to have thick skin because you got skin invested in the program and in the profession.
Yeah.
I'll tell a funny story to a lot of my friends is when I travel, I always, rep Nebraska. And I don't know where I was. I might have been in LA or something at the airport. I'm just waiting on my flight. And I had an N on my shirt. And this little kid couldn't have been no more than 9 or 10. And I don't think he meant any harm. But he looked at the N, and then he looked at his mother, and he goes, "Mom." And I heard him. He said, "Mom, I didn't know Netflix had Netflix had a clothing line." So what I'm saying is, Nebraska, we're going to have to get this thing fixed.
Yeah.
Because I know this is hard to believe for anyone born, after 2000, but there was once upon a time when Nebraska was a very well recognized program.
Well, I think it's still well recognized. I think the thing that really hurt Nebraska is like the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors, they're bringing in everybody wants to shoot threes, so you lost the big man.
Correct.
And if you watch the NCAA tournament this year, on the boys, the men's and the women's side, those teams that when it came down to crunch time, they were all about the big man. It wasn't threes.
Yeah, right.
So Nebraska, when we were, the Pop Warner used to run the same offense, same defense, every high school. So you never needed to recruit.
Right.
But when they introduced that West Coast offense,
it changed.
But it didn't just change the school; it changed the whole state, because all those coaches who knew that system so well,
right?
Success is not a secret; it's a system.
Right.
That system was broke.
Correct.
And now all of a sudden, we lost out on a lot of good athletes.
Yeah, I mean, I have the mindset that if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
I still, to this day, I still believe that, it may not be as pretty as the way they play the game today, but I still think it's effective.
I mean, going down low to a big man. You got big guys. Even my last couple of games I was playing, I dribble down the court. I have a 7-foot guy sitting outside next to me, and nobody underneath the bucket.
he ready to shoot a three.
Yeah, and I'm kind of going, what the heck are you doing? Hey, man, there's a guy that's only 4'2" underneath the paint, and you sitting out here trying to.
You out here trying to shoot threes, and you 7 foot. I mean, I don't quite understand it, but I guess it is what it is. But I think my big thing with it is I mean, and I'm referring to Nebraska again. I just want to see us become respectable, and I want to see us represent, because like I'm from Texas. There's so many D1 schools in Texas that if you don't, if your one school don't do well,
yes,
you can go jump on another one. Well, Nebraska's a little different. It's like all in with the Huskers, and I just want people to be pleased and be, I guess the best word I can say is I want people to be proud to say, yeah, I cheer for the Huskers. And I know they still are, don't misunderstand me, but I'd like to put some wins behind them.
When I went and tried out, my dad, there was a typo. They thought I was 6'9" instead of 5'9". Back then, 'cause they didn't have computers, so they were willing to pay for everything. And not when I was 6'9" and I had these stats, they were ready to roll.
Yeah.
And they were found out 5'9", they wasn't willing to do anything. So I wasn't going to go. Then my dad told me, hey, look, you know what? Can't nobody beat you being you. Go down there and do what you do best.
Right.
And so what happens is when I go and do what I do best, it makes other people around me better. I think in order for Nebraska to have success, they have to get a system and stick with it.
Correct.
You know, because that gives the high school kids, the middle school kids, and the coaches, everybody to groom people for that program. But if you keep switching the system around, you know, you're competing with, hey, who cares if it's Frazier or Foreman or Ali? They're all trying to get what?
Yeah, they're trying to win.
Or Mayweather.
Yeah, they're all trying to win.
Yep. It doesn't have to be pretty.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I just, you know, it's like I always refer to the up front for us football. It's always been about up front because if you don't have those big guys up front, offensive line and defensive line, skill guys can't do nothing no way.
Right.
Because the quarterback's not going to have time.
Right.
Or running back ain't got no holes to go through. So it always started up front with me. But I guess when they changed to the West Coast, that wasn't as important. So I'd kind of like to see us get back, you know, a little bit, not all the way, but at least. Why
not?
Well, I like it.
Well, why not go all the way, man?
Well, I mean, it worked for us.
It worked for it. Never did. It has the only way that hasn't worked. You know that way of football, the only way that it hasn't worked for Nebraska.
Why was that?
Because when they got to the championship games, they didn't always win. But guess what it did do?
It got you there.
Got you there.
Yeah, you sure right. And I tell a funny story about Dave Remington and Dean Steinkuhler. It could be 3rd and 1. And they would come out of the huddle and tell the other team, hey, we're coming right here.
Yeah.
You know, if you can stop us, stop us. And we go right there and we get the first down, you know, and they'd help them up.
Yeah.
But it was, you know, it was kind of like a mindset, like you say, a system that did work. And honestly, to be honest with you, I would like to see that. I just don't think it's as pretty to watch as some of the other.
What do we want? We want championships or we want pretty?
We want to win championships.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah,
Get down and get dirty, baby.
Okay, you heard it. You heard it from him live. That's my witness. Hey, don't y'all go nowhere. We're going to take one more break and we'll be right back.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account with Liberty First Credit Union and earn up to 5.5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your Kasasa Cash checking account online or stop into any of the 4 Lincoln locations or Seward and Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is always free. See libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Spring Sports are here, and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans, begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
What? We're back. Man, I'm just getting all kind of knowledge here. Tony D, I see you hit us up, man. It's your world. We just living in it, Tony.
You didn't tell him you were a squirrel trying to get a nut?
Yeah, just a pebble on the beach. That's all.
Well, tell him about Pepper, about Nike.
Say, look here, man. You know, in Nebraska, we are Adidas people, but now I'm an equal opportunity employer, you know. So Nike, if you want to throw some Nike my way, it will not hurt my feelings, and I will definitely push it. I promise you that. So I just want you to know that. And I'm going to be talking to Pee Wee more about this after the show, but he's gave me some great ideas already. Speaking of, look here, Pee Wee. I know you busier than a one-legged man in a kick fight.
Mm-hmm.
I already know that. You here, you there, you jet setting, you're doing all this. Every now and then, if you possibly get some time to yourself that's not accounted for, what do you do to get your happy on?
Man, I tell you, I know it's going to sound weird. I collect cars.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm really into that. But where I really get my happy on is with my family.
Okay.
I mean, I have 6 girls and 2 boys, and just talking to them. We always talk about mindset. So, you know, I better get my oldest is Sharmina, Naima, Jeanette, Naisha, Kiera, Bo Peep, Cheyenne, Peyton. You know,
yeah.
So and their mother does a great job of helping me out with that stuff.
So that's what you that's what you do with your free time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a guy to go out now. I could dance.
Well, I think I can dance.
Well, I just saw your move.
Well, I've been doing the same move since the 70s.
Yeah.
So it is not going to change.
Yeah.
I'll be real honest with you, because it's all in my head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I personally.
It's not in your body?
No, well, I think it is, but it's more in my mind that I'm really doing something.
Yeah.
But I know Dancing with the Stars is not going to be calling me. I get it. But that's okay. I mean, as long as I feel good about it, that's all
what it's about.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you saying that. And like I said earlier, I have 10 brothers and sisters. My older brother's name is Richard. He played at Prep. My brother Maurice, my sister Kat, Lisa, Val, Dale, Diana, Gayla, Vicente, and Carla. So whenever I get on the air or whatever, if it wasn't for that team that I had, which
Right.
was the greatest team that I ever played with, and I'm formulating a new team with my kids, if it wasn't for that and my mother and father, LG and Shirley Harrison, I wouldn't have an opportunity to get my happy on.
Yeah, well,
So
that's
shout
fair.
out.
That's fair enough because, like I said, I try to encourage everybody to get their happy on, and to me, there's no right or wrong way to do that. I feel like as long as you're not doing something that's going to jeopardize you, you know, negatively, I think it's okay to do whatever. Like I said, for me, it's dancing.
Let me see that move.
Oh man, you don't know nothing about this. Man.
But you got to.
This is old school. You don't know nothing about this.
That's a shoulder. I mean, what's the dance?
Hey, I can't show you that, man.
No, but what is it called?
It's called the Ricky Simmons dance, man. I made it up. Just like you made up that.
You said Richard Simmons?
No, don't get it twisted. I said don't get it twisted now.
Yeah.
I said Ricky Simmons, man.
Well, his name is Ricky too.
No, well, we talking two different things.
Okay, all right.
You're getting on track now. But no, man, I do these little dances that I've been doing since high school.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's really, when I do them on social media, it's to make people laugh. You know, I mean.
You didn't know that people were laughing.
Oh, I already knew it.
They were back in the day.
Yeah, they were laughing in. They were laughing in.
Right.
But see, I tell people I suffer from high self-esteem. It doesn't bother me that they're laughing.
Yeah.
Because that's what I want. I'd rather have you laughing than stressing.
Right.
So
right.
even if I can keep you laughing at me to keep your stress level down, then I'm all for that. So that's a win-win to me. But you know, I just really and truly, man, again, I got to say thank you. Before we run out of time, I got to say thank you because, man, I had no idea that you were out of state. I really didn't. I just thought you were in Omaha, and, you know, I figured you traveled. I knew you did that, but I felt like Omaha was base.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when I asked you to be on and you agreed to, I was like, you called me from Portland like Thursday. I was like, oh, man.
No, I watch your show quite a bit, and I do a lot in the Omaha area. I work with the police department. I work with the city of Omaha, and I work even with the state of Nebraska. Anything to beautify our community. And I'm a guy that is into inclusiveness. You know, hey, we whatever mess we got in together.
Right.
And I'm not they or them. See, in competition, that's what people miss it. We could say they Colorado, but we might be teammates later on.
Oh, absolutely.
But the world is so divided that they don't care, you know, and everybody's doing the exact same thing with the hatred, but they don't see it.
Right.
And I just wish that my desire is to spread a love for people to choose love and not let other people put things in your mind that if you look a certain way or you think a certain way, you're the enemy.
Correct. Yeah, I agree. I mean, when you say the concept of competition, former Huskers and former Sooners, we play golf, like me and Marcus was talking about last week. We play golf in Tulsa, Oklahoma every year to raise money for the Children's Hospital. I mean, Marcus Dupree played for Oklahoma, but he's become like my little brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's so many other former players.
Marcus is a lot bigger than you.
Yeah, Marcus is a big man. But I will say this, Oklahoma State, Tulsa University, all these former athletes, man, we come together and you would think we were all teammates.
Yeah.
You know, and like I say, but it's for a greater cause.
And that's what you're saying is that's what I wish that we can get. We're so divided in red and blue and not realizing that red will be blue next year, and blue would be red and purple would be purple. And why don't we just get together and see what we could do to lift up all of the community?
Absolutely.
You know,
and that's the goal. I mean, because I really believe if everybody gets a little piece of the pie, I think it just makes for a better atmosphere all the way around, better community. It makes it better for everybody.
So were you getting a little piece or were you getting a big
piece?
A
bigger piece. I'm going to give you a bigger piece.
You said you was eating the candy out there.
Yeah, but hey, you joined me though. So you
okay, you ain't supposed to say that there, man. I live a healthy life, no candy,
well,
no alcohol, nothing like that.
Well, I don't do any alcohol or anything either, but we both kind of fell off the wagon when it comes
No,
to that.
I had one square about an inch wide.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna let you make it with that one, but we need to talk about the other things too that like the business, but we'll talk about that a little later.
Yeah.
But I need to know more about that business thing you were talking.
We'll make it.
Yeah.
You know what? Johnny Rogers has done a good job of inviting me. I normally come to Lincoln. I used to play in Dan Nowinski's, Larry the Cable Guy's golf tournament.
Right.
I haven't played in a couple of years, but I usually come back here, and whatever guys I meet from there, they got something, I jump on it.
Well, hey man, I can't thank you enough for coming to be on my show, and I want y'all to know. Every day that you blessed to see, it truly is another day in paradise. And no matter what, you got to get your happy on. Then you got to do it like this. I see you got my move there. Y'all have a great day. And
right,
thanks again. Thank you, man, for coming on.
My pleasure.
Appreciate you.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service.